Good evening, my dear friends. I I will open. I hope I will open a debate about some issues related with strings and stringing, and performance and coaching because that's my areas of expertise. My main job is coaching. I am 45 years old. My name is Cesar Faria. I'm from Portugal, and I have a small academy with the name of No Excuses Life and Tennis Academy, and I string for these players also. But I decided 2 years and a half ago that my knowledge on the area of stringing, it was not enough. I I was pretty sure that it was a lot of information that we could dig in order to improve the quality of our string jobs, and consequently the quality of the players, because the performance have a very close relation with the material, and as you know, not only stringing but also frames and the shape of the grips, the way that we apply the replacement grip, the overgrip, all the details have a huge influence in the way that things happen and the sensations and feelings that players usually have inside of the court, and their confidence in their game are highly affected mostly by the tension of the strings. So, like somebody said one day, tension means control. It's not only about the shape of the strings, about the tension that you choose, and you believe that is your tension when you ask for the stringers to apply some tension to the string job. But most of you, as I can check, because I also string in some ITF tournaments, don't have the devices to measure the tension, the final tension, the dynamic tension. You can use acoustic applications like you have in the smartphones. Mostly in the Apple, you have the tension analyzer. It's a good tool. It's good at least for you to know the tension that you have in the moment that you receive the racket, and the tension that you have 1 hour after the racket has been strung, and the tension that you have after 1 hour of game, or playing, practicing, or competing. So this tool that I use, that is from Torna, the string meter, it's also very interesting tool for the stringers more than for the players, but also for the players, because you can measure the tension of each string. The main strings, you can measure it like that, or you can go for the cross strings and you will check that there is a huge difference between both, and you can start to understand what happens because of that too. So, but the the topics that I want to open here, it's about some things, like stringing and its connection to the game. I put it. What do you think? We can call it the point number one, the point number two. What should be the responsibility of stringers in what concern to to advise the customers? Do they know or should know more about the game? Do they know enough about the game? Do you think it's important for a stringer to know how to play? What level a good stringer you consider should have? Now, this is very important because, in my experience, and I know some stringers, and I consider that almost all the stringers are in a very primitive uh, base of knowledge. and they don't play so well. Those who are better players usually they have better skills. So I'll leave you with this question in the point number three, and then I can also, what is the importance of the pulling speed in the quality of the string job in your opinion? It can be the point number four. Do you use, or do you know, are you familiar with the term mechanical stabilization? It can be the point number five. And what do you think it's the importance of the 4 to 6 main strings, the center strings, the 4 to 6? It depends if you have 16 4 19, 18 4 20, 18 4 16, 16 4 20. What do you consider the importance of the tension and the health of those 4 to 6 strings in the main for the whole string job? 7. How the grommet hole angles affects the effective tension inside the frame. We know that in here we have a linear angle when it's pulling, and in here the corners we have a angular. It's different. You have some side angle that will increase the friction of the string. So the tension inside the frame will going to be the same. What do you think? Or will going to be different? Even worse when we consider the holes close to the throat, that they usually are bigger. They have a deeper. They are, you know, the distance between the inside and the outside of the hole are bigger. So the angle it's very very pronounced, and the contact of the string inside of the pipe it's bigger, or inside of the barrel as you want to call it. So this can be the point number 7. Now I put some other points that I consider very important too. The commercial view between social players and top performer players. What do you think? Do you think they should search for the same thing? Uh, they search, but they should not. They don't search for the same thing. And in the same point, the difference between the transition players, let's consider it, those players who play tennis Europe and ITFs, and they consider to try to make the transition for professional tour. On this group of people, you have sponsored players and non-sponsored players. Do you think they should string with the same concept, with the same uh, methodology, their rackets? Yes or no, and why? I think for now, this is more than enough to give us a lot to think. I can just add and go a little bit ahead and ask if any of you have ever measured the tension string by string in the end with a string meter while you're stringing the mains, and in the end when you close, when you're stringing with 2 pieces instead of only 1 piece stringing, when you close the mains, what is the difference between the tension that you ask to the machine to pull and the effective tension that the string meter show you? Have you ever done this job? What is the difference of tension that you ask to the machine and the dynamic tension that you measure in the end? All of you have tools to measure. How efficient do you consider those tools? How important do you consider that these efficient in the measurements are to affect your improvement as a stringer? And in the end, I want to leave you with a last question, or with a last point topic. Um, do you consider there are a specific weight for each frame or racket, finish racket, with already with the over grip, with the replacement grip, with the anti-dumping in case of the player use it, the racket strong. Do you consider that it's better, or if there is a specific weight for each type of biomechanical signature body? I mean, for each type of body. Do you consider that there are differences in the weight depending on the way that players apply their strokes? If they brush more, if they play more flat, if yes, why? And do you, if you are a stringer or if you are a coach that strings, usually advise your player to change in order to improve some strokes? How many of you had the chance to try almost all the poly strings, co-poly, that are in the market these days? And what do you think about the real improvements? Because I have this chance, I invest a lot every month to have all the possibilities in my hands to try them. And I know that some of them are flops. It's just branding, it's just marketing, it's just a new face that they give to old strings. But some products, they show to be really new stuff, and they can change the game. Do you know some names? Do you know some brands that you consider that are being responsible for this improvement, for this evolution that strings are having these days? And that's it. I want to tell you all that I will start with some videos stringing. I will start from the basics, and I hope you feel free to contact me if you have any doubts. I I will give you my my knowledge, my concepts for free if you think I can be useful for your improvement. And if you want to go deeper with me, then we can speak a little bit and probably find a plan if you think. But I will not ask you for money. My way of working is somebody, when they think I have been really too helpful for them, they can make me an offer. They can they can send me something, a present, a reel of strings, some grips for me to try, some brand that I've never tried. It's not easy, but there are some stuff that I haven't tried. But first of all, I want you to remember this. I'm not here to ask you money, to ask you something in exchange for my knowledge, for my advices, and for my initiative to to share. Feel free to contact me, and I hope you can see some videos from me soon. Bye bye, my friends. Keep healthy.